Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing another vintage castle build. This was something I picked up a while ago on eBay. I got a good deal on it and it just felt right. But it was it's another one in the journey of collecting a lot of the vintage castle stuff, but this one's pretty cool because it came with something extra that I normally don't get when I purchase used sets. So let's take a look. The year is 1987, and you just picked up a Legoland Castle System, 221 interlocking pieces. This is the Camouflaged Outpost. Look at this. This set is from 1987. This is the year I was born, is when this set came out. And I have the original box. This came with the original box. You can tell, obviously, some of the inside is like the plastic, obviously, like, you know, this was opened, right? But all of these would have came in this set here. I love the flaps. I remember when I was very, very young, several sets still had the flap. They had this for a while. I think they ended up having the flaps till probably about the early, mid-90s, I want to say. I don't really know for sure, but I do remember a couple of the sets that I had, maybe even later, but a couple of sets I had the flaps, which were always really cool. But you can open this up and it's so cool. It's so vintage. I mean, this is before my time. Like, this is not, this is not a set that I had. This is not a set that I would have played with. Again, it came out, when I was born. But it's super cool to have the box because I normally don't buy anything that has the box or that comes in it because generally it's quite a bit more expensive to, have the original box with it. I like to get the instructions, but I don't necessarily go for listings that have boxes. But this one was a really good price. I picked this up for $110. Which is a lot of money, but it also is from 1987. It has all of the parts except one tree, which I have in my inventory that I can replace it with. One of those trees. That's the only thing missing. It's in really, really, really good condition. It was a single owner. The guy who had this the whole time. But, you're hard-pressed to find this under $150, I think, on Bricklink. So I thought it was a really, really good deal, and I just sort of jumped on it. And it's just really cool. I love the back, too. The back has a bunch of different builds, and I love the old school photography that they would do with the sets, like the sun setting on one of the Forestman archers there. And I love this sticker on the back. This Legoland set offers endless building possibilities. If you can imagine it, your Legoland set can build it. Look at these cool cats with their smiley faces. They're all like drinking. They're having a good time partying in their little Forestman hut. But yeah, it's kind of cool. You can build this like windmill and stuff, and look how cool they are. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this comes with 6 minifigs, and a couple of the minifigs are exclusive to this set. This is like a $50 or $60 figure on Bricklink, which is nutty. And like like that one, he's come in a bunch of sets. Like, I have a couple versions of him, but some of these are unique. And the brown, I love the brown Forestman hats, and they all come with a cool, awesome little plumes. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but again, I love the Forestman. I have a soft spot in my heart for the Forestman because I really didn't have a lot of the Forestman sets growing up, and I kind of wish I would have. And so now, as an adult, I am getting to enjoy them, and because I'm working on a mock right now that sort of celebrates the Forestman. It's been really cool to go back and build some of these old sets and sort of get some more inspiration from, I don't know, sort of the lore and the origin of these guys. But yes, 1987, the instructions are in very good condition as well for being, you know, this old. But yes, all of the pieces are here. They have been cleaned because it was very dusty. They've been cleaned. But again, everything is in really, really good condition. Like, you could tell this was a display. This felt like a display only type of thing. I don't know, but if it was very lightly played with, if at all. But it felt kind of like a display piece. But anyway, I am going to put this together, and I'm going to bring you along at different points during the build. And yeah, I'm excited. Let's get started. Here they are, all the figs. They are in really, really good shape. Like, the torsos are super clean, like no scratches on them. It's pretty amazing. All of their hats and plumes and their heads are all really, really great shape. What's interesting about this guy, though, is he's in the instruction booklet. It indicates that he has the spear in his left hand. So I put it in his left hand, but what's really interesting is the spear is kind of loose in his left hand, whereas if you try to put it in his right, it snaps and clicks how you would expect it to. But you know, after 37, almost 37 years, and if it was on display, I think you can expect that hand to be a little worn out. So, but I mean, I can't complain at all. This is really, really excellent vintage lineup. The horse looks really good as well. The only thing is the chest. This chest is kind of busted. The little tiny clips on here are just a little too loose, so this kind of came right off, but that's okay. I have other chests that I can swap that one out, but I'm gonna get started building this. So just in case you're wondering, normally with these build videos, I normally have done time lapses, but I honestly don't enjoy making the time lapses. I find it a little stressful to do because I feel like I'm constantly on camera, that I can't, like, I feel like I have to build fast. I don't know. It's weird. And then I get into the edit, and I have to, like, maybe cut some parts out if I'm getting up or taking a break or whatever, and it's just kind of a lot of work, and I don't really enjoy it. I'm not really much of a time-lapse watcher myself. Like, I don't necessarily watch a video because it's time-lapse, so I've decided that I'm not going to do that anymore. And what instead I'm going to do is just sort of stop periodically at different points and kind of maybe point out some things that are interesting about the build from this perspective rather than on the computer itself. So that's what I'm going to do, and we'll see how this goes. But let's get building. It's coming along. Just kind of getting the base structure in. You can see here, I wanted to kind of show you, there's a few of the parts that are quite yellowed. And I actually thought about swapping them, but I actually don't have any more old gray 1x2 bricks, which I'm shocked about, but I actually don't. But what I did was they were only yellowed on one side, so I'm assuming this side was facing out, because there's several of them that are pretty yellowed just on one side. So I'm assuming this might have been like sitting in the sun or something to that effect. But basically what I did was I just kind of flipped it to the other direction because I know that this is going to be inside. Like, this will be hidden for the most part. And I figured, you know, even if you open it up a little bit, it's like a little dungeony cave thing. So it's okay that it's a little yellowed. Because, you know, maybe there's like moss growing on it or something. There's always an opportunity for a story. So this is what I have so far. I just put in the rock panels, and I've replaced the chest. I found another one in old brown that now works. And, but yeah, starting to put on some of the touches here, and I think we're going to be starting to build out some of the trees on this here thing. So we'll keep moving. starting to come together. We got the door here on that opens up their little hideout. There's some yellowing on some of these bricks that are going to show, as well as you'll be able to see that one, but I'm kind of okay with it, honestly. We also built this little secret rock door for like a secret side entrance that they can get through. So that was built, little mini builds there. Nothing too crazy, but really nice. Some of the panels are going in, and yeah, feel pretty good about it. It's such a neat little, I don't know. It's just fun to build some of the old stuff. It really brings me back, and especially doing it with like some of these old instructions. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. Here's the final build. I was gonna do another like quick little like update thing, but then I was pretty much done with it, so I just decided to finish it. But man, what a cool little build this was. Oh, wait. Missing one tree. There you go. Now it is complete. It was just missing that one tree. So yeah, really cool build. You can display it in a couple different ways. You can see the chest here with a couple gold chalices. You can either open it up like this, and then that opens up some room for some playability. Not much going on in here. There's just a little axe on the clip, but you know, not a whole lot going in on the interior, which is totally expected. Or you can, so then you can display it like this if you want. So here's that little tower or tree. I suppose this is supposed to be a tree, not a tower. You know, it's really cool to do things like see things like the Forestman hideout and some of those sort of nods to the old sets, and that is also shown here on the Lion Knight's castle, because these trees were built in black, and just like these trees. And of course, the Lion Knight's castle is meant to be, right, like a nod to sort of that older style, and I think it's just really cool to now, you know, build more of these actual old sets where it started, you know, where it all started. And yeah, it's a really cool tiny little build. I mean, again, nothing super crazy, but what I find amazing about this is that it came with 6 minifigures and a horse. I don't know what this retailed for in 1987. I'm sure I'll put it up here somewhere, but holy crap, that would be an amazing way to get like a battle pack, sort of like a battle pack of Forestmen. I mean, you have the 3 different kinds with the red, the blue, the black, and then this version with the, like, that kind of tunic. But man, I mean, for a set that only has 221 pieces, to have 6 minifigures is pretty incredible, and I feel like something you don't really see a lot today. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm sure there are sets like that, but I feel like, especially in this vein, for what that costs, like, it would be so awesome to see LEGO go back and do things like this that are not GWPs, that are not gift with purchases. I know they did the Forestman, was it Forestman Hideout? I know they did that one. That was a GWP that came with the Lion Knight's castle. But it would be really awesome to get things at price points that are, you know, $40, $50, something like that, that we can get some more cool minifigures, get these smaller builds that we can integrate into a larger setting that, you know, don't cost $400. And it was a good step with the Medieval Market Village, but again, like, you know, the price point on that is still $200 plus, right? It would be really awesome to get some sets like this reimaginings if you want. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, you can just reimagine some of this stuff like they did with this. This is from the 2009 set, right? Like, that's a reimagining of that set from 2009. Remake some of this stuff in a modern scale, and I'm hoping they will, but I don't want to see them behind this paywall as a gift with purchase. It would be nice if these were things on the shelf that we could purchase, but we'll see. Maybe they will, but as a Castle fan, that is what I would like to see. But this was really, really fun to put together. The nostalgia, even though I didn't have this set, the nostalgia of these old builds have been really fun, and I've really enjoyed it. And this is definitely going to go into the display somewhere up there. Somewhere. I don't know. I still need to, once I have everything built, then more of this will get finalized. But right now, it's not super finalized. But this will get tossed up there somewhere. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. And super excited to have all of these really cool vintage minifigs. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for coming along with me on this build as we put together the Camouflaged Outpost. Really cool to see, to have this box, and now I gotta find storage for that box. That's the problem with it, but I can't throw it away. It's 37 years old. Like, it's now mine, and so I'm gonna hold on to it and find a spot for it. But everybody, thank you for coming along with me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for watching these videos, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But remember, until then, keep on building. Jim, out.